Now, naturally, Torcus was very mistrusting, saying that, you know, you guys have already said that the captain could very well be corrupt, so why wouldn't the Arbites on the ship be corrupt? To which point, eventually, Lance Starr was able to convince Torcus that, you know, the Arbites should be above the reproach that the captain could fall to. Even though the captain is of higher rank technically, the Arbites are spanning across the entire Imperium as the paragons of law. So clearly, the Arbites should be more trustworthy than the captain.
They come in, yeah, 1 second, clean all this pilgrim blood off my armor.
So, yeah, eventually they convince Torcus that, yeah, we can go talk to the Arbites. And, you know, so they get to the Lord Proctor's office, and she, you know, the secretary, remember, 40K secretaries, it's one of my classics. Although we don't have Fred and Dem here, so only Joe and Vern's reports Frosty's reports will really stand the test of time here. But how did you guys find my previous secretaries
Mm,
and receptionists?
I must say, I don't remember.
Okay, Joe.
I do
still
remember.
think she was evil.
Which one?
All of them.
Indeed. And sorry, Frosty. You remember what?
Yeah, I was just going to say that I think that I only remember Dems, bureaucrats, and they are bullshit.
Well, that's what bureaucrats are there for. Bullshit.
Yeah, well, is it so bullshit that it takes 2 hours of a session to go through?
Well, then that's just Dem's fault. You know, the bureaucratic bullshit should just sort of be hand waved because it's all bullshit. And sure, it could take 2 hours of character time, but to role play all 2 hours of it. Anyway, we're kind of getting off track here. So, yeah, Talia, Torcus, Landstar, and Shelby have made their way to Gallius's office. Torcus is at the front, Landstar right behind him, and Shelby next to Talia, who Talia sort of keeping Shelby close. So basically, Torcus will just sort of march right in, not even listening to Gallius's receptionist, if Gallius even really has one. I guess rather he'd just have one of his arbitrators kind of being at the front desk. And basically, since Torcus is in Imperial Guard armor, it's kind of clear that he was a member of the Imperial Guard. And he marches straight into Gallius's office. And behind him are Duran, Talia, and Shelby. And he slaps his hands onto the desk, leans in towards Gallius, and says, "Tell us everything your investigations have revealed." At which point, Landstar just sort of peeks his head out around Torque and says, "Hello there. We're representatives of a very important figure in the sector, and we're here doing an investigation on his behalf." And he looks at Talia behind him. Talia nods and closes Gallius's door.
I've had a very rough day. I ain't dealing with him. I'm pointing to Torcus. I'll deal with you. You're going to be the talker. Now, what is this about exactly?
Torcus slams his fist on the desk and says, "You'll deal with me as well. Or me only." At which point, Landstar kind of clasps his hands together and says, "Yes, Torcus, he's definitely going to deal with you. Though, how about I just start us off here?" And he introduces himself saying, "This is Sergeant Torcus Hallstar, previously Imperial Guard. My name is Duran Landstar." He put emphasis on the star part. "This is Talia and Shelby. And as I said, we are representatives of. He lowers his voice quite quietly and drops the big name. Where is it here? Bartalius Parentius Rex II. And he just sort of opens up his jacket vest and shows not a rosette. It's not a rosette. What's the small badge of office given to not throne agents, but God damn it, there was a word for it. Just, do you remember? No, essentially.
The only badge of office I ever remember for the Inquisition and its members is the rosette. I don't remember anything else.
I thought it was a Rosarius. Rosarius is the shield device, right?
Yeah.
All right, so there was a minor badge, but I can't freaking remember it. But basically, it has the seal of the Inquisitors and his signature, and it basically presents that to you, but doesn't allow you to take it out of his possession.
Badge of Inquisitorial Awesomeness. Interesting.
Indeed. Now, as Torcus was saying, we would be very interested in being provided with any information you have, particularly on Othello, and he describes Cerberus Tosset and Zilla Zephra rather adequately that you'd know who he's describing.
Yes, I know those names. They seem to be some of the biggest. Would benefactors be the proper word?
Word of the day.
Word of the day. Are they in charge of this? Are they like in charge of this party or something?
No. They're just kind of the main attraction this time. Because of the auction, everyone in the noble circles were chatting about them.
Okay. They seem to be the names of that's on the tip of everybody's tongue today.
Yes, but what do you know beyond that?
Just that they have something especially special. They're gonna put up at the
Turkish
auction.
slams his fist on the desk again and shouts, "Just spit it out, man!"
I am telling you everything I can say because the Lord Proctor is keeping everyone but her. All I have is is rumors, and what my few leads have been able to inform me. If you wish to have that information.
Absolutely, says Landstar. At which point, your senescence, sorry? Okay. He is of regular, what's the word, the assignment, I think it's called. He doesn't really have any psychic ability, but he's not any level of blank. And let me see, your rating for this seems, yeah, it's not fantastic, but you get the impression that he's just a regular Joe Schmo.
At least in the psychic department.
Yeah. There's no clear indication of any sort of warp taint, either previous or current. So yeah. Whoa, no. Somebody's attacking their microphone.
That'd be Brooke.
Sorry.
Okay.
You shall be never forgiven.
Mr. Landstar, I suggest you try to keep a tighter rein on Mr.
Okay, at that point, Torcus will actually grab the corner of your desk and let me do a strength test for him.
Flip the table.
Yep, he flips your table over with a loud crash as the stuff in the desk just tumbles about. And he shouts, I'm in charge of this team. Don't you dare disrespect me.
And yet I'm seeing better leadership from Mr. Landstar there.
Okay, Shelby, at this point, you know that Torquus is going to assault Gallius. And there's nothing Joran or Talia would be able to do to actually stop him. You, on the other hand, have the ability to either push Gallius out of the harm's way or restrain Torquus by other means. You're going to lift Torquus into the air. Okay, so we're going to be redirecting some rage here. Now, let me see what the... Here we are. That would be... you have precision telekinesis, right? Now, would that be enough? No, that would not be enough. You do also have telekinesis, just regular telekinesis, right?
Pretty ordinary.
Okay, so you have push, telekinesis, psychic crush. What's push do again? Oh yeah, push is kind of an attack. So yeah, the regular telekinesis, you can lift up to... what is your willpower bonus? 6. So it's only 30 kilograms. You're going to have to use quite a bit of pushing of your psychic abilities if you want to get the bonus threshold points to actually lift him, because your limit is only 30 kilograms less. What is the bleed overbleed rather? Usually there's... Okay, I'm going to just rule that for every 5 points of overbleed. I'm sure there was one here already that had that listed. Okay, there we go. Yeah, for every 5 points, you can get an additional 30 kilograms. And considering his armor and his body mass, you're going to need at least, I'd say, 15 points of, what's it called? You say these things, and I forget them right away. This sucks. Overbleed. Right. So first you decide if you're going to be holding back, in which case you're not going to be able to succeed, even if you get all 5s. If you're going to do a regular roll, or if you're going to do a push roll. If you do a push roll, you open yourself up potentially to corruption, and you improve the odds of bad shit happening. If you do a regular roll, it's simply any 9s rolled have the potential of, well, they will cause phenomena, and they have the potential of becoming perils. Okay, and so I think you also get a bit more bonus for Power Well. Did you take Power Well? Yeah, you have Power Well of 1, so you get a further 1 for Power Well. And, yeah. So plus 9 to whatever you roll. And remember to roll each of the d10 separately. So 1d10 plus 1d10 plus 1d10 plus 1d10. So we'll be able to tell if you roll any 9s. Very good.